Welcome back. The City of Northport Fire Department is looking into the future.
Specifically, how the department will need to expand as the city keeps growing. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley joins us now live with how the department is making safety a priority. Christopher?
Good evening, and with that department growing, you can take a look behind me. This is where the Braves Spring Training Stadium is going to be. February of 2019. You can see the work is already well underway. But this department growth is not just because of the stadium. It's because just on the other side of the cameras, hundreds of new homes being built, and more could be on the way. As Richard DeAnda reads a pamphlet on exploring Northport, he's worried in the coming years there might be too many people exploring Northport.
Sometimes they grow too fast and you don't have enough services.
DeAnda is talking about the city's fire department. His concern is that the department won't be able to keep up with the city's population growth.
We're actually undertaking a master study of the fire department, looking at our response times, our station locations, our future needs and growth.
Bill Taft, Northport's soon-to-be retired fire chief, says not to worry. Plans are well underway to expand the department's 6 fire stations over the next 20 years.
You're looking at somewhere near 12 fire stations to cover a city this size, and with that, more than doubling the people that we have on board today.
DeAnda is relieved at the expansion plans.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. I didn't know that'd be great.
The current population is at about 60,000 people, but is expected to grow to over 200,000 over the next many years, partly thanks to the West Villages area where the new Braves Spring Training Stadium is set to be built.
They're going to help build the fire stations and buy some of the equipment to start them up, and over time we will pay them back for those costs.
Because there is such a demand for good firefighter paramedics, the city has taken on a forward approach to attracting young first responders.
Someone's already certified as an EMT or paramedic. We would pay for them to go to fire school, give them a small salary during that period of time, and then onboard them into the department.
And the same goes for firefighters who want to become EMTs or paramedics, but there is a catch here. Those recruits do have to commit to at least 3 years in the city of Northport or pay back all of their student loans. Live in Northport, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Christopher. You may start seeing more people with clipboards walking around Sarasota's bayfront soon. Urban design planners from a Boston area firm will be visiting over the next few months as they draw up plans for the area around the Van Wezel. The Bayfront Planning Organization hired Sasaki last month to submit ideas for the 42 acres of largely underutilized land. We asked one of the principals of that company via Skype if he envisioned an active place with plenty of restaurants and retail, or more of a laid-back environment with playgrounds and artwork.
How about all of the above? How about a little bit of everything? And I think that is really one of the keys to activation. And it's not just one thing. It's not just a park, or it's not just bustling retail, and it's not just cultural. But when you see these things together, you begin to create what we call dwell time, which is to say you go to a performance and then you go to a restaurant, and then maybe you do take a walk along the water.
So who is paying for that development, and how soon until they break ground? We'll have much more on those plans for the Bay in less than half an hour at 6 p.m.
All right, that is a great spot to check out the weather on a day like today where it's just almost perfect, isn't it?
It certainly is. Yeah. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Here's the shot right there at Bayfront. Speaking of that, there's a Ringling Bridge right there from the Van Wezel webcam showing beautiful weather out there, 79 degrees and clear skies. Dew point is at 63. Some spectacular sunsets from that vantage point too. Humidity at 58%. We have a west wind now at 10. And the pressure 30.09 inches, which is high, continues to rise, and temperatures will be in the low to mid 60s for lows tonight. So that cold air has since been moderating now and now starting to warm back up. We're looking for higher dew point temperatures over the upcoming nights too. That means lows will be into the mid 60s. Think about it. We just had upper 40s just 3 days ago to start the morning off, and now we're talking mid 60s for lows, and that will be the trend too, I think, right through the weekend. There's no major systems headed our way anytime soon. High pressure continues to dominate the weather over the southeast. Big blue H, and that usually means blue skies too, and that's what we had today. And it looks as though we will see a little change in that easterly component. We'll still see that easterly wind tomorrow with a little bit of a west coast sea breeze developing in the afternoon. More on our weather in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. The country remains on high alert after Tuesday's deadly terror attack in New York City. The suspect has confessed to being influenced by ISIS and drove a truck down a bike path in Lower Manhattan, killing 8 people and injuring nearly a dozen others. As ABC's Maggie Rulli shows us, investigators are learning more about that driver.
In the aftermath of Tuesday's terror attack, the city is still shaken.
It's pretty scary to think something like that happened near our school.
The suspect barreling down a well-used bike path in Lower Manhattan, a neighborhood filled with families and schools. But the community here is determined to be resilient.
We all decided to wear black to show our support and unity, but we'll get through it.
The streets are back open, and schools, many right next to the terrorist path, are back in session. This is Stuyvesant High School, and right here, less than 50 yards away, is that bike path where many students say they saw the terror unfolding firsthand. The city's mayor stopped by the school today to offer his support for the students.
What is exceptional here is the fact that New Yorkers were undeterred. The message that came through loud and clear here is that everyone had each other's backs.
And the city got a visit from Attorney General Jeff Sessions, making sure New York knows they are not alone.
We're all in it together.
Now, for the first time, we're getting a look at the former life of 29-year-old Saifullah Saipov in Uzbekistan, where he lived before moving to the U.S. in 2010. Most recently, Saipov was living in New Jersey with his wife and 3 children. Saipov is charged with terrorism, and authorities say he has given a full confession. The city seems determined to show its resilience. The memorial here continues to grow, and we've even learned that one of the students who was injured in the attack made it a point to be back at school the very next day. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, New York.
A ban on dog racing in the Sunshine State is among dozens of new proposals being filed by members of the Florida Constitution Revision Commission. The commission has the power to directly place amendments on the 2018 ballot. Supporters of the ban say the move comes as an opportunity to end the mistreatment of greyhounds, reduce the amount of gambling in our state, and restore community values. Amendments placed on the November 2018 ballot will need support from 60% of voters to be enacted. A dog racing facility here on the Sun Coast, the Sarasota Kennel Club, could be affected if the ban becomes law.
Governor Rick Scott wants to dedicate more than $200 million to the well-being of our children in Florida. Scott says he wants that money to go towards families who adopt children from foster care. He says the money is needed for critical post-adoption services for more than 37,000 children. Also part of Scott's budget proposal, $10 million for the Florida Department of Children and Families. That money would be used to hire 130 child protective investigators and abuse hotline counselors.
Florida legislative leaders are staying tight-lipped about their stance on a nursing home requirement. The Senate president saying at an event at the state capitol today that the issue will be discussed by the House Select Committee on Hurricane Response and Preparedness. Governor Rick Scott wants to require all nursing homes and assisted living facilities in the state to have generators and enough fuel to cool their buildings for at least 96 hours.
I see something passing that reaffirms the responsibility of a nursing home who has accepted patients and residents into its care to make sure that they are taken care of during any kind of a storm event.
The generator issue stems from the deaths of patients of a sweltering Broward County nursing home after Hurricane Irma. 8 residents of the Rehabilitation Center at Hollywood Hills died on September 13th, 3 days after Irma knocked out the facility's air conditioning system. 6 more people died later after that evacuation.
Good turnout today for the annual Empty Bowls luncheon, and tomorrow many more are expected to come out and give hunger hope. Empty Bowls is the primary fundraiser benefiting the Food Bank of Manatee, with 100% of the proceeds going directly back to the program. 15 restaurants took part today and 16 are expected to donate tomorrow. Everyone who comes out gets their own bowl and some soup and bread. It demonstrates how together we can fill the empty bowls of our neighbors in need.
We have so many of our neighbors, hard to believe, that can't afford to put food on the table. So today's event, a great event with great soup and great restaurants here, will help us to fill the bowls of those in need.
Tomorrow's luncheon will be held from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. at Main Street in Lakewood Ranch. The Food Bank of Manatee provides food to more than 100 social service agencies, food pantries, and soup kitchens across the area.
Well, if you have a dog or you just love dogs, your help is needed. Sarasota County wants to open a dog park in Bay Street Park in Osprey, which is on Bay Street near US 41. The county has a draft plan of that park, which would be enclosed and dogs could run around without leashes. The county wants to know what you think about the dog park plan. A community workshop will be held on Thursday, November 16th at Historic Spanish Point from 5:30 to 7 p.m. There will be display boards and staff can answer any questions that you may have.
We have some terrific ones already. So another one?
Yeah.
I'm sure it would be welcomed by
Lots
dog
of
owners.
people have dogs here on the Suncoast as well.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, are pesticides used in foods actually hurting your chances of pregnancy?
We'll have the answer coming up next.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Need a light bulb? Batteries Plus Bulbs has a huge selection of LEDs starting as low as 99 cents.
The one inside the clothes dryer.
Oh, you use the clothes dryer.
Visit batteriesplus.com for a store near you.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Well, it's always a good idea to listen to what your mom told you, such as eating your fruits and veggies. But according to a new study, what's on those fruits and veggies could prevent you from becoming a mom. Mary Maloney explains.
An essential part of any diet, fruit and vegetables. Yet some produce may come with a little something extra, pesticide residue. According to a study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, eating fruit and veggies with high amounts of pesticide residue may lower your chance of pregnancy or cause pregnancy loss. The study looked at the diets of women undergoing infertility treatments. Based on the U.S. Department of Agriculture's pesticide data program, avocados, corn, and orange juice typically have a low amount of pesticide residue. Those with a high amount include peaches, strawberries, spinach, and peppers. Researchers say more stringent study is needed to determine the exact link between pesticides and pregnancy. But if you are trying to get pregnant, eat foods with a lower amount of pesticide residue. Or go organic. Just remember, that can be costly. Also, wash your produce under running water before you eat. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, beautiful shot right here. Barb Wilson from Venice getting some cirrus clouds. These are actually cirrus contrails left over from some jet activity moving over the skies. You'll see this too on the next video of the tower cam from Casey Key. Notice how beautiful it is out there. Nice clear blue skies and comfortable sea conditions. And it looks as though right at the last few frames, you'll start to see a little bit more jet traffic with the contrails left behind from the air traffic that occurred today. So a little moisture returning in the upper levels of the atmosphere, causing that to occur. And the Titan radar picture not showing any rainfall or depicting any rain here. Some showers well down to our south right now. And there may be a little bit more activity along the east coast over the upcoming days, but really no significant rainfall in the forecast. So a rather easy one as far as that goes. With high pressure in control, a northeast wind continues in the inland areas, but a west sea breeze has developed now at 10 miles an hour. And that's only moved in about a couple of miles or so. 79 degrees the current temperature. The pressure 30.09. That continues to, for the most part, hold steady right now, but it is high. And the high temperature today, 1 degree above average. So here we go. Back above average temperatures now. 82 is our normal. 92 the record set in 1971. This morning's low 58 degrees. We can say goodbye to the 50s too, it looks like, for a while too, as far as our low temperatures go. No rainfall, and it's again very dry for November. Typically we've got not much rain to occur, usually just around 2 inches or so. Friday we're expecting sunshine, a few clouds in the afternoon, and high temperatures topping out in the low to mid 80s, so slightly above average for us tomorrow. Temperature forecast for some key cities across the state tomorrow, starting off at 7 a.m. into the mid 60s here to lower 60s inland areas. 59 in Gainesville, 59 in Tallahassee, but generally 60s across much of the peninsula tomorrow. That wind flow will be rather light out of the east and northeast, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour. No real significant wind either as a result of this high pressure being so close to us and pretty much over the top of us, and that allows us to see that light wind flow throughout the day. Good news for boating right through the weekend. Now, as I put the futurecast into motion, you'll notice this area of clouds here east of the Bahamas. There'll start to be a little rotation, circulation there, what appears to be an area of low pressure. This is basically a trough of low pressure, a line of low pressure, if you will, moving off to the west. It sort of opens up toward the Bahamas, but it'll be close enough to the east coast to bring in some shower activity. Will some of these make it all the way over to the west coast? It's unlikely, but to inland areas, say into Arcadia, DeSoto, DeSoto County, you may see a little bit of rainfall. Wauchula in Hardy County and around nearby cities, you may get a little bit of a sprinkle or two come late Saturday and Sunday afternoon, but not a lot of rain anticipated. The general flow is from west to east. We call that zonal flow, and it looks like that will persist at least for the next couple of days. Mainly some showers, some snow showers in the central and northern Rockies, and some wet days lately over parts of the upper Mississippi Valley as well as into the Great Lakes, with some rainfall mainly now into Michigan and into Toronto, near Toronto. Well, the forecast for boaters checks in like this. We'll see winds basically out of the northeast, turning around to the north at 5 to 10 knots, and a light chop in the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now at 74. Beaches will see a high near 80 degrees. UV index will be high at a 12. Tides upcoming for Sarasota Bay, 11:40 just before midnight, and then a low tide at 7:14. Tonight, mostly fair and not as cool, low 64. And tomorrow, I'll look for sunshine and plenty of it, with high temperatures topping out into the low to mid 80s, and continued mild weather expected for the rest of the weekend, with only a 10% chance for a few passing showers late in the day through Wednesday of next week. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. There are still no major accidents delaying drivers right now. We are seeing some congestion north and southbound, however, on I-75 between the Bee Ridge and Fruitville Road exits.
Major recall of fire extinguishers to tell you about tonight. The Consumer Product Safety Commission is recalling more than 37 million Kidde fire extinguishers. They can become clogged or require excessive force to discharge, or can just fail to work in an emergency. At least one death has been blamed on the faulty extinguishers. If you have one of these, you should contact Kidde for help on getting a new one. Entertainment news is next.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
We're still in hurricane season. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better, with amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-0352. That's 1-800-290-0352.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today. There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
As we edge closer to the Christmas season, singer Mariah Carey is gearing up for a big month ahead.
The singer was honored in Hollywood yesterday, where she placed her hands and feet in cement in the forecourt of the TCL Chinese Theater at a ceremony. Her hit song, All I Want for Christmas Is You, has been adapted into an animated film. It will be released on home video November 14th. Carey also performs the theme song for another animated film called The Star, which arrives in theaters on the 17th.
Latest trailer for the Star Wars The Last Jedi is now available for fans to watch and analyze. The teaser premiered last night during Game 7 of the World Series. The promo begins with Luke Skywalker stepping back into the cockpit of the Millennial Falcon, but before revealing some new and old characters from the Star Wars universe. The Last Jedi will hit theaters on December 15th, and the fans for this series just cannot wait to see what happens in this one.
And the fans continue to grow for Star Wars as younger generations get involved in these movies.
Exactly. Yeah, a whole new generation is discovering it.
Yeah.
More news ahead.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Enjoy fine wine, craft beer, and delicious foods, all while supporting a great cause at the 16th Annual Suncoast Food and Wine Festival presented by Publix, Saturday, November 11th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. Taste wines from around the world and sample cuisine from the area's finest restaurants. All proceeds benefit a variety of local charities and Rotary Club projects. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.